Ooh, that got really nice. Hi, I'm Mary Sue Milliken. Welcome to my home. It's Hunger Action Month, and I'm here to raise awareness about what each of us can do to combat hunger. I love to roast a chicken. This is a red roasted chicken, so it's gonna have a new little twist for you with paprika and red wine vinegar. But the great thing about it is I can cook once and eat 2 or 3, maybe even 4 meals, because I don't waste a thing. An alarming fact about food in America is that 1/3 of the food that's produced for our plates actually ends up in the garbage. This is a way to roast a whole chicken, which is less expensive than buying cut up chicken, and then use it for many, many meals. And the first one is gonna be the red roasted chicken. We're gonna start the chicken with seasoning. So I'm gonna take a little bit of garlic, and I'm just gonna slice it in one direction and then the other direction. And then I'm gonna put some kosher salt that's got a little bit of an abrasive quality to it. It's kind of coarse. So then I'm gonna use that to actually cream the garlic and make a paste. I'm gonna put that in the bowl along with a little pepper. Remember, we're using a whole chicken, so we wanna make sure we get plenty of flavor on it. A little bit of vinegar, and then the paprika. We're gonna use a couple tablespoons of paprika, and we'll whisk that together. And this is the marinade for our chicken. And then I like to put a little bit of the marinade on the inside, and then the rest all on the outside, and get it into every nook and cranny on that bird. Let this sit for about an hour, and it gets a really nice burnished look to it from that beautiful paprika. Next, we're gonna brown the bird in a pan. Any kind of oil will really do, but I have a nice hot pan, and I'm gonna put the bird in breast side down, give it a little bit of a sear. When you buy a whole chicken, you have a lower cost per pound. You get the meat on the bone, which adds so much flavor and a lot more bang for your buck. Typically, I just brown it for 1 or 2 minutes on each side, and I move it to a plate. Now I'm gonna make the sauce for the chicken. It's gonna cook with the onions and the tomatoes, and I'm just gonna cut the onions in kind of large chunks. Onions are really delicious. They're great anti-inflammatory. Just gonna take this pan that I browned the chicken in, add my onions to saute them a little bit, and a little bit of butter. There we go. So a little bit of salt, a little bit of fresh ground pepper, and really, you start to really smell that chicken. We're not wasting one molecule of flavor from that chicken. And then I'm gonna take some tomatoes. We're gonna use 8 Roma tomatoes, and I like to take the tomatoes and the seeds and separate them. And again, cut them into pretty big chunks. And those are gonna go on top of the onions to make a really nice oniony, tomatoey sauce. And then with the vinegar that we put on the chicken, that adds a nice tang that is a great counterpart to the sweetness of the onions. So these are pretty well started. They're gonna go in the oven for about an hour with the chicken, so you don't really need to leave it on the burner for too long. Make sure you get all those delicious juices. And then we don't cover it, we just put it in the oven just like this and let it roast at 350 degrees for about an hour, hour and 15 minutes until the drumstick wiggles and you can feel that it's ready to pop loose. Ooh, that got really nice. I'm gonna just take and skim a little bit of the fat off. Now when you're serving the red roasted chicken, I would recommend serving it with maybe some roasted potatoes, a nice big green salad that we've tossed, and carve your chicken. You're gonna want plenty of this delicious onion, tomato, and vinegar sauce on it. And you've got all those chicken juices in the bottom that are so tasty. So from the red roasted chicken for your Sunday dinner to a pasta with kale and tomato sauce and leftover chicken, and maybe a quesadilla with chicken and tomato soup. You might even be able to make a chicken salad towards the end of the week. I'll see you next time for another delicious and healthy recipe. Join AARP Drive to End Hunger by clicking here.